I'm not going to moan and cry about it. We got away with a little moment in the box with Ben White where he could have gone down, Lookman, and if he went down, that would have been a penalty. You know, I think even a big chance to score, and when you're hungry, when you want to be the guy, you look to take those chances. So that worked in my favour because he didn't take his chance. Ryan made a save. But in penalty, I just feel like the referee was in a perfect position. It's not a obvious error, but I do understand and see, and we know that the Champions League, there's different metrics, there's different levels to what we're used to in the Premier League. I think it was a pen, just about. Eze knows what he was doing, and Lookman would have known what he was doing if he went off too. The fact he stayed on his feet kind of shows that more often than not, players can stay on their feet, but modern day, you know, any contact, you know, it's a balance of, do I stay up and bury this chance, or are the chances better if I go down and seek something? Lookman's, it was probably 50-50 because he was in such a good position. That moment was about over the shoulder, nick it and see what happens. And there was slight contact. So I think the penalty should have stood, but it wasn't to be. And from that point, the game controlled without really penetrating. But we are away from home. We were away from home, and the job is, like I said, to take something away from home and not lose it all in the last few minutes by being more exuberant than you have to be. I said before the match on Dan Potts' channel that I would have taken the Newcastle performance and the Newcastle result, because tonight's more about the result and what you can take back to the Emirates than it is anything else. And that's what it was. I think the first half, listen, let's get into the game a little bit, because the first half I feel like we would have done sad. We had the better chances. I think Gyökeres in particular impressed me. That run and the end product to that run, impressive. It makes me think what could be or what could have been in a more fluid system, a system that worked the ball quicker into the spaces through the transition from back to front. Because that moment there, you could just see he only had one thought in his mind. You know, when I saw it was him, I thought maybe he hit it over already. It was not hitting it over already. He took it down, he took a couple of touches, he took it round the defender, he took the defender up, he used the defender a little. I forgot who it was by name, but he had at the end product too. So Odegaard should have done better, in my honest opinion. I think he kind of rushed it when he didn't need to rush it. Ended up shooting a weaker foot when he could have brought it back on his left with a bit of guile. You probably drop the defender and have a beautiful chance to bury it. I think Martinelli was screaming for it just behind him, a little back heel in that moment. You know, that's a goal for sure. But yeah, first half I think overall we were the better team, considering we were away from home. Better chances. Alvarez had that chance coming away from goal a little bit. Gabriel and Rice, he won the ball back. Their press was good. Obviously, it got a lot better. I think what got better was the numbers didn't. In the first half, their press was good, but when they nicked the ball back, they didn't have enough numbers to really cause the necessary problems. And to be honest, we actually done very well defensively too. I think anytime they did nick it back, I think Saliba lost it once, Zubi lost it once, maybe Rice. A couple of times, we just dealt with it well defensively. So first half, I was thinking, okay, very good performance, so far so good. And then we win the penalty. Gyökeres wins that penalty. Didn't have to do much to win it. Takes a couple steps back, creates that little space between the defenders. He's found by, I forget who, maybe Martinelli. And from there, it's just about getting your body in the right position for the shot. And if you do that, it's in the right position for the penalty too. Because I think it was Hanko. Same guy for the Eze penalty or overtime penalty. Yeah, he was all over him. Too close, he was just too on it. And Gyökeres done well, and then Gyökeres just takes it and buries it. You know, it did go through the keeper's arm, but it didn't matter. The penalty was in the back of the net pretty much before his arms even got there. Let's be honest about it. It was a beautiful penalty. He buried it. And that's a Champions League semi-final goal for Gyökeres. So well done to him. That first half, I was impressed, especially when you consider how much talk has been around Havertz and Gyökeres in recent weeks, and chances missed from Havertz and counters missed from Gyökeres. That that run from Gyökeres was talking cheese to the run basically moments. Well, second half is where Simeone, top managers, tend to not let games go by, especially home games. And in the first half, you see how in the end much is said about the atmosphere, much is said about nerves, and it did feel very tense in the first half in the stadium. The stadium didn't feel like the normal Atletico stadium of aura feeling. But the second half quickly picked up, and it started with a free kick. Or the Griezmann. I think the free kick came first, but the Alvarez free kick was, the Alvarez free kick. For a second, I thought it was in. The spin on it, the guy, this Alvarez told, if he's available, you go for that sort of player for sure, especially if you're buying and want to continue buying top honours. But just wide, and that set the tone for the second half, in my opinion. Just after that, Griezmann had a beautiful effort. That sort of a player is a dying breed. It's a dying breed. But the culture in that strike, he was unlucky, but we hope and pray and stayed out. And not only did he stay out, but he took the other body a couple seconds after that. And I think it took a nick off Gabriel, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. No, I'm even fast forwarding a bit too much, because the shot off the back of the look. So Lookman, I've gone too far ahead, people. Lookman had that shot, Raya saved it, was straight down his throat. Griezmann follow up, Zubimendi 50-50 joke, man. I can't. Listen, it didn't cost us. I'm not going to tell it. If you go back to that moment, you should be doing that ball. Instead, now Griezmann will take the shot. He blocks the shot that we buy him. It lands back at Griezmann, and then Gabriel's got the man. Because from there, I'm thinking it's in. I'm thinking it's 1-1. Not that it wasn't shortly after, but that moment was, it was all part of setting that tone. And they got the goal. It was a white handball. The shot was going very wide, but it was a handball. It is what it is. Very handball. Like that. Some might argue, but look at the positioning. It is what it is. Especially when you see that slow down and you're asked to go check it. You know what's happening. What's coming, you know what's about to happen. And Alvarez buried it. I see someone talking to Raya before the penalty was taken. I don't know what they said, but it looked like they said straight down the middle. Alvarez thought otherwise. Listening, Raya went to save it. He wasn't saving that anyway. So, again, I won't dwell on that too much. 1-1 in Arteta. And flipped by his standards. I mean, Odegaard came off as they came on. That was probably within the script, right? Odegaard, injuries, that intensity, that game, that probably was written in the script before the game, before the kickoff. So that wouldn't be flipping. The timing of it was interesting. Straight after we concede, making an attacking change. So by attacking change, I mean that Eze is a lot more attack orientated than Odegaard, who likes to balance or maybe swings to the control defensive side of a little bit more than attack. And that's when the Griezmann chance happens, and to be able to follow up just wide, and that's when Martinelli, Madueke, and Gyökeres all off, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus all off. It was a big roll of the dice. Some might say panic, some might say this away from us. I think there's something to necessarily impact. Simeone, that it was not bringing our soul up and shoring things up a little. Change the tone back in our favour. I don't know. All I know is Trossard came on at the moment and Madness gave it away, and you can't be doing that. As I had a couple moments giving it away, you can't be doing that, but you also had a couple moments where you see what he can bring in terms of a little bit of something, a little panache. He had a little turn in the middle, getting a free kick or laying it off to someone I can't exactly remember. And Jesus, I don't know what he did. I can't even remember if he did anything. Remind me in the comments, people, if I'm being harsh. I'm not trying to be. I just can't remember. Maybe he didn't do anything. It's one of the other anyway. And that was that for the game until the penalty decision. And I've already spoken about the beginning of the after that. So the last 10 or so minutes from that penalty appeal decision, VAR overturning it.
These 44 secret agents. Careful, face logo. No second.
That's actually banging. Bang on,
I knew that fruit's gone. I couldn't even smell it. It smells like it was going to be left. No thank you, nothing.
Just a moment of your time.
Genuinely, legitimately delicious. I love iced tea. I've been drinking the energy drinks early in the day, getting the new 4-hour energy release. A bit late for me to pop one right now, but it has been crucial because it's no sugar. It's delicious, and it cuts out all those unhealthy drinks that you normally would be reaching for at certain times of the day. There we go. And we got special.
Thanks so much for your time. That's all.
From my left view. You can either hit the link in the description, or you go to uk.holy.com/FromMyLeft, and you're going to get a very special offer, because if you put the code LEFT5, you'll get a £5 discount, or if you put left in, you'll get 10% off, and you're going to get an extra £10 off in April with your £5 code. So that's a £15. If you put those two, if you just put LEFT5 in April, you're going to get £15 off. I recommend the starter set deluxe. That's what we were all sent. That includes flavors of energy, hydration, iced tea, and milkshake. That includes 57 servings. You grab that. Holy is something you should be integrating into your lifestyle. It is super useful.
It actually tastes good though, you know. It's very nice though.
Try the vanilla, trust me. This one.
We set ourselves some challenges to try the different elements. Geordie tried the energy.
I started with energy, and let me tell you, Holy Energy is better than your classic energy drinks. They've got 0 sugar, and they've got new cap for long-lasting focus.
Miles, you were on the iced tea.
The iced tea is real iced tea, high in vitamin C, and also it's good fibers in it, and it's an antioxidant.
Oh, nice. And Dazza, obviously, you're all about the hydration, big gym man.
Yes, and Holy Hydration contains electrolytes, minerals, and real coconut water.
Tastes good too.
They're very good.
Specs, sweet tooth man, you've been on the milkshakes.
I'll be with you. The Holy milkshakes are just bagging, man. Let me have some more.
Listen, try it. Honestly, try it. It's great taste. It's 0 sugar. It's less than £1 a serving. It's less than 20 calories per serving. It's got you covered across hydration, across iced tea, across energy, across milkshake. You won't be disappointed with any of them. Go to uk.holy.com/FromMyLeft. Make sure you use the code LEFT5 for £5 off. You get £10 off in April, or use the code LEFT to get 10% off your total order. I'm recommending the starter set deluxe. That's what we all got sent. Nice. I'm super impressed by this product. Happy 5th year, Holy. There's 5 more years to come at the very least. Guys, support Holy. It is a really, really, really impressive product. Thank you for partnering on this episode, Holy. Dazza, great read.
Holy.
Thank you very much.
All right, boys. Are you ready to spin the wheel of names to see who's going to bring their 5 best signings of the season 2025-26?
Come on,
How much do you want this, Miles?
Just give me top 2, man.
Spinning. It's spinning. The first name will be...
Oh my God, guess who it is, guys? That's all.
Off you go. It's Miles.
Clapping.
Is it me, bro?
It's Miles.
Oh, yes, finally. Wait.
Sorry, everybody. Go on. That's people, that's why.
Oh, is it me for real?
Yeah, no, it's you.
Oh, yeah,
I'm apologizing to the crowd for it being you.
You bastard. It's you. By the way,
It's a hate episode.
being first, like you've always had an excuse for getting takeaway names. Yeah. Now you have to smash this out of the park.
I don't have to. I just want to say my
You have to volley.
No.
Boys, I'm deleting Any names of mine he says, I'm
Yeah,
doing.
you have,
Yeah,
yeah.
volley.
That's what I always do, though. That's what I always do.
Well, this first name, I don't think you lot are gonna. No, I don't think none of you lot are gonna.
Don't try and be special. Be authentic.
I am being authentic. What's the next thing I show?
Don't tell him how to do it.
Shut up. Yep. Go on, Miles. Take it away.
Go on, Miles.
Number one. Go on, Miles.
Go on, Miles.
Miles.
You've
never
never
start.
Miles, you've never had a chance.
There's only one mileage.
People have never tried Miles' name.
We got Mario. We got Mario. We got Mario. Hey, boys, look at that. What are you doing?
Is my mum still here? That's why you've never had a chance.
She's still upstairs.
Nah, you ruined it.
You got too far now.
Hey, boys.
Never get a chance again. Change. No.
Specs, we go. Boys.
It all starts with a spin, and you'll get 50 of them for free when you join us at Sky Vegas, with an extra 200 on top when you deposit and spend £10. Download the Sky Vegas app and enjoy a welcome on us.
Are you feeling wired but tired from your morning coffee? Well, you're not alone. And it's because most people are drinking coffee that's working against them. Jitters, anxiety, and afternoon crashes, they're not just annoying, they're holding you back from living life to the full. There's a very simple solution.
Signers we've rated this season. Now, my first one, number 5. Number 5 on my list. I'm a hater.
Hello, welcome to URL. Tis I, Courtney Miller, the host at this podcast, all about the internet and the people on it, and it's honestly just a big playground in our walls, because Wi-Fi is in the wires in our walls. I was thinking about that yesterday. Anyway, my guest today is someone I've been holding out on having on this show for so long. My favorite cast member at Smosh, my favorite coworker, no biases included, and also just like a dork, Shane Top. Sorry, I had to hit you with a mean thing.
Wow, yeah, that was a lot.
Hey, welcome to URL.
Hi, Courtney. Wow, thanks for having me.
Wow, he's so nervous for this episode.
I actually have been anticipating this. Like, when you guys told me, like, a couple months ago, like, okay, we're going to do URL at this time, whatever, I was like, okay, like
rearing a guard.
I don't know. It feels like a lot.
It's so crazy because it's not. It's just silly.
I know, but it's also it's I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, at the end of this, I might decide you're not allowed online or not. Who knows?
Honestly, that would probably be good.
We good, but you're so good for the internet.
Me doing this stuff and that being posted on the internet is one thing, but me not being allowed to go on the internet, like in my spare time, maybe would be good.
We talk about that here a lot.
We do talk about that here a lot.
And in life. So you're the first person to do URL with me on our new set.
I mean, it probably, for people watching it, looks similar, right?
Pretty similar, but kind of nicer. Our windows are in different places. The walls are like a different shape. It was more of like a flat, like a square set that you were looking into, but now we got angles and stuff.
Got all these angles. It is probably the coolest set on Smosh.
Thank you. I was not expecting it to look this good when I gave them the ideas.
Our team went nuts. I don't know where they found this shit.
I'm obsessed with it.
Seeing that Mac brings me back. Those are the ones we used in computer lab in elementary and middle school. I think it was like 5th grade or 4th grade. I came home and I was like, yeah, our computer lab got shut down early. We were given an assignment where we were supposed to use Google, and we were supposed to all research an animal.
Wow.
And it was really cool. And I was like, yeah. And something happened where one kid, they had to shut down the computer or something. And my mom was like, what animal was he researching? And I was like, oh, a beaver. And I was like, there we go. There we go.
Beaver be like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably before they could really put restrictions on a computer.
Wow, yeah.
So, I don't know what that kid saw.
Probably some beaver.
Poor
guy. It could be drawing. I've talked about my first time Googling things and how it really is. The images are still burned, seared into my brain of the
Mhm.
first penis.
Yeah, I remember for me, it was because I was like on eBaum's World or some website like that, and it was an ad that popped up that just had like two naked ladies, and I remember just being like,
No matter what kind of work your team does, Asana can help manage it. Try for free.
Go on, pass the Pringles.
I was like scared because I was like on the family computer, and I was like,
Yes.
oh no, is that ad that appeared going to give this computer a virus?
No, I know. Even if it's just there, even if you don't.
I was so scared.
I felt the same way. Shane, we actually haven't talked about this a lot. Like, we've talked about your video games and your TV stuff growing up, but we really haven't talked about, like, your first days with computer access and internet access.
Yeah.
So I need to know, what was the situation? I know your brothers are a lot older than you, but
Yeah.
you guys had to have had, you said, a family computer.
We had a family computer. We had one as long as I really could remember, and I'm talking like old school. Like in Virginia,
Was it this big?
Honest to God, yeah, it was kind of fucking massive.
I guess when we're so small, that's
It
how
was a
feels.
huge. It was like those big, gray computers, like the old school Macs.
Or the screen part was
PCs.
like just a big pizza box with like a bigger
Yes.
thing on top. It was
Yeah,
so crazy
the
looking.
PC was massive, and then the monitor was this big hunking thing.
Funky.
And we had it in one of those big desk, like corner units, right? That has like that was designed for a computer. And I remember I never was allowed to like use it, right? Because I was a little kid. But I remember my brother Chris would be playing like Heroes of Might and Magic 2 on it.
Whoa, what game is that? What's that?
It's one of the best games of all time.
Okay, ow.
Frankly, the best games ever.
What
freaking
kind of
made.
game was it? What is it?
It's like an RPG, sort of. Kind of hard to explain, like strategy RPG.
Wow, it probably would be easier to explain if it was actually cooler.
It is one of the coolest games ever. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was more my jam, but Heroes of Might and Magic 2, you can't even like find a place to play it anymore. It's so old school. You would choose like a type of kingdom, right? You could be like undead. You could be like orcs and trolls kind of vibe. You could be like swamp creatures.
Wow.
Humans was one, and you kind of build up your kingdom, and then you travel around as like this hero, and you get into battles, and it's like a grid system battle, kind of like chess.
Whoa.
You have your
Cool.
minions. It was
So cool.
friggin' awesome. Anyways,
So Chris would play that.
I would be watching like my brothers play that,
Mhm.
and so I never got access to it. And it wasn't until I was like, I don't know how old I was, when I think it was like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Sims.
Sims 1 you played?
Oh, I played so much Sims 1. Sims 1 is what I played the most of,
Really?
and I was jamming on that.
Were you making houses and shit?
I was really trying to like advance a career and like beat the game kind of thing, and
Of course.
I played it off and on over the years, and then I remember I had one playthrough where I really got like successful. I think I made him an actor.
Wow.
Because I think I was like maybe 12 at this time,
Yeah, and it's like,
I was like, I'm
you're-
going to be an actor.
It's you,
And
yeah.
so I did that, but then he moved his way all up the actor route, and then moved over to politics, I think.
Whoa, yeah, because there's a choice.
Because you have a
can
choice
switch over.
to switch to a different
'Cause
career.
Arnold
So I did
Schwarzenegger.
that. Pretty much got as far as you could.
So does that mean you're going to be a politician one day?
Absolutely not. No. Hell no.
Okay, so those are the games. But what about when you started getting online?
Okay, so I distinctly remember there was two avenues where I remember being introduced to internet stuff. And one was my brother, our computer. This was more like in Arizona, so I'm probably like 10 years old.
And it's crazy that I've been in that house. It's
10 to 13.
It's crazy that I've seen it.
Yeah, my childhood home in Arizona. And then actually another place where I really got introduced to a lot of internet stuff was I would go visit my grandparents in the summer in Florida.
Right.
And they had a next door neighbor who had a kid my age, and we would hang out all summer long. And he was constantly showing me stuff on the internet that he found.
What was he showing you?
Just random videos, or like there was like a thing. What was it called? It was like kind of an animation website where you could kind of make stick figures and kind of make quick animations, and we would constantly just make the most dumb stuff. Yeah, pivot.
Whoa!
So,
Sex ones on the right.
oh well, yeah, duh.
Wow! Oh, they're
Yeah.
actually no, they're just spelling the word pivot.
No, but mind you, it's like, all right, I'm 11, and we can animate these stick figures. What are we gonna do? And it was like 9 times out of 10, it's like, we're gonna make a guy jacking off. Like that's like, what do you animate? I'm stupid. I'd be like, oh, he does a backflip, and he jacks off. Like, well, what do we make him do a backflip while he's jacking off?
Florida
him who showed me E-Bombs World, or maybe it was my friend. Someone showed me E-Bombs World, and that was like, I remember that was my big introduction to like the internet and like
And
videos and comedy and just whoa, insane stuff. I remember the first videos that I really watched was the G.I. Joe dub videos. Those are.
Oh yeah, and you showed me those very early Smosh
ingrained.
days.
Yeah, you had never seen them.
I had never seen any of them.
Oh, those were
Body
ingrained.
massage.
Friggin' pork chop sandwiches. That entire fucking video.
That one's messed up.
I could
But there
probably.
it is, right there.
I could probably like dub along with it.
Yeah.
You're not cooking. Yeah. Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go, kids! Get out of here, you stupid idiot! We're all dead. Get the fuck out! My God, did that smell good?
Yeah, you Wow, that's so good, Shane. Hell yeah.
I love
you
those
showed me
videos.
all of those.
Yeah.
You showed me a lot of great things that I didn't know about.
I showed you so many cool things.
So many amazing pieces of art.
Show you the world. And it's just dub G.I. Joe videos.
It's not just dub JoJo videos.
JoJo.
Okay, yes, love this.
Yeah, that shit was great. And then I think it was like I started getting introduced to more like content creators. And the ones that I really remember early on was Barats and Beretta.
Yes.
And those were the first like online comedians that I was just like, whoa, this is so funny.
Yeah.
And then I remember I found like Britannic, Whitest Kids You Know, a lot of stuff was posted online, just kind of everything. And then it'd be random videos, you know, the
random
viral
videos
stuff.
are the best.
Random stuff. I remember the one that early on, it was that Russian guy who tries to throw a log and he actually knocks himself out.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
That is the classic. That is your humor.
Oh, yeah. No, it's 9 times out of 10, it's just someone getting hit with something.
Yeah.
And that stuff's always funny.
It is very funny.
And TikTok now just does that stuff all the time again.
Yeah, and it is so wild seeing like old videos coming back with new life as if no one's ever seen them before. And I'm like, whoa, like this is in my DNA. I've seen it so many times.
I feel like every time a new social platform starts up, it's the same vibe early on, right? Where it's lawless, nobody's making money off of it, so there's no like intention of like getting your like.
It's just fun.
There's no profession to it,
Yeah.
right? There's no influencers on the platform, so you're seeing regular ass people doing regular ass shit, and it's the best. It's so authentic.
Yeah, I feel like Vine was one of the like that app was kind of one of the last where it's like it started as just fun and experimental, and then people started making comedy, and then any app that came out after that, people were just trying to jump on it as quickly as possible to be the first comedy creator on it.
You're right.
And it's so funny. Yeah, I watched so much Barats and Beretta when I was younger, and then we both met him the same time
We did.
at our callback audition.
And I would say Joe Beretta being there in our callbacks was like a massive reason for me like wanting to sign on and join this. I knew what Smosh was, right? Like everybody did. But I didn't watch a ton of Smosh. And so when I was auditioning, I was like, okay, like, do I fit this brand? Do I fit this comedy? But when I saw that Joe was in the room, I was like, oh my God, that's one of my like internet heroes. And I felt like my comedy style was so similar to him. So I was like, whoa, like, yeah, like this is gonna be great.
Oh,
And
yeah.
glad I did.
I'm
It
glad
worked out.
you did too, bro. I remember, like, I guess Ian and Anthony weren't so certain. I think I talked about this when I had them on. They were not so certain of me. And then Joe
Certain of
was
you.
like, of me. Yeah.
Oh.
And then Joe was like, no, guys. And so thanks to him, you know, a lot of things happened. I mean, and then since then, we did so much silly social media when we first started. Vine was like kind of in its heyday. Like it wasn't quite dead yet.
I feel like it was in its sort of decline. Like I think its heyday was before because I started making vines right when I joined Smosh.
You had some pop off though.
Yeah, I had that one that we did in the hallway, but I never really. I was doing it purely because I was like, oh, I need to do this now that I've joined Smosh, and I never posted on Twitter, Instagram, Vine, anything before I joined Smosh. Social media was not something that I really utilized that often.
You weren't even tweeting, really?
No, I didn't really start tweeting regularly until I joined Smosh. I joined Twitter because I was on Disney Channel for So Random, and they kind of encouraged us because it was the only social platform really
Right.
around at the time. And it was like, yeah, it's a way to like promote yourself and like whatever. But because I was on Disney from the gun on Twitter, I was like keeping it really PG, and like my humor kind of always kept in that realm because I got so used to that. And it eventually got out of
boy,
it.
did
But
that change.
but social media still to this day is not something I instinctively use. I think because partially it from the start was always a professional device. I'm like, oh, this is a form of me entertaining people. This isn't like my own personal. I've never had social media that I've really used personally, like as an actual a social app, right? It's supposed to be for communicating with your friends and sharing things with your friends, but I never used it in that way. So I think for me, it's always been more of a pressure device or like another form of work.
Yeah.
In a fun way, like less pressure than here of just like, oh, this is for dumb jokes and for being silly.
And it's crazy too, because as Smosh has grown to, like, it was huge when we first started, but it was kind of like we were just these little actors that were hired on, and like social media still felt like a playground for me. And then Smosh has grown to be what it is now. The pressure does build, where it's different. Like joining Smosh is like my own little micro version of people who were added to the Marvel universe late, where it's like you're just kind of adopted into a fandom that is going to have so many feelings about you, and you're being perceived in a way that you couldn't have anticipated.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I feel like the bigger we've gotten, I feel like the less you post almost.
You know, like I don't post a lot, and I think really kind of comes out of insecurity. Like I often with Instagram, I'm like, you'll see like I'll have a photo or like I should do like a photo dump. I'm like, I have no photos, and I don't look good in any of these. And I'm like, or I'm like, these aren't funny. Like, what's the purpose of this photo?
You don't want to. You're not like a vain person. You're not just like this is amazing post prep, and also So I literally like I take so many pictures of Shane. I take so many pictures of you. And I started to just like send them to you. I think I made a shared album so that you can have access. But yeah, it's so funny that whenever you do post, it's awesome. And I love that you do a bit. Like we have to talk about why you did the banana bit in the pandemic. Or was it the pandemic?
That was before the pandemic. That was at the 5. And then I had the sitting and staring against the wall bit was during the pandemic.
Base 44 Super Agent. The next thing you can't live without. No setup. Just say hello. Every tool you already use, plugged in a click. And away it goes. Analyzing the competition. Removing the brief before you finish your morning. Sit back while it understands your portfolio. Order some thoughts and finding your creating your brain. And getting feedback into a decision. All while clearing up your emails, scheduling meetings, reminding you of the important stuff. At night, it keeps on going, doing it all. So when you wake up, you're already warm things. Time to update what you think is necessary. Base 44 Super Agent.
Aren't you tired of paying for a storage unit that's half empty? Hello, Canadian storage experts and stuff, and I'm here to make your life easier. Aren't you tired of having to move your stuff by yourself? Of having to rely on friends to help you carry your heavy items? Of stressing out about renting a truck? Today, storage shouldn't be a source of stress anymore. With U-Stock, everything becomes easier. We collect your belongings directly from your home, store them securely, and deliver them on demand. And the best part is, we are usually 40% cheaper than a traditional storage unit. Because with us, we only pay for the straight exercise of CDC. Not bad, right? So, what are you waiting for? Get a plate in 2 minutes and you stuff up.
I have these long-running gags that I do on Instagram, but it's actually because I really am so bad at Instagram that I don't know what to post or what to do or how to entertain people. So I find a bit, and I'm like, oh, this is funny. I'll keep building on this for a whole year. So it actually kind of comes more out of laziness. And so, like,
you're so good though, because it goes crazy.
Yeah, I think it's fun to have an inside joke with people, like, and I'm not taking it too seriously.
What's the banana idea?
Where still, And then I remember, I think that one I was like, let me just post a selfie, but I'm just going to post a selfie. Let me hold some bananas. And that'll be funny, because why am I holding bananas? And I start with that, and then I'm like, all right, well, what if I add more bananas far in the background? And people start to notice that there's more bananas in the background. And I let it just keep building, and I keep getting weirder and weirder with it, and I find ways to one-up it. Same with sitting against the wall, and then falling down the stairs got really fun.
That's really fun.
Fun and painful. It was fun.
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Only 6 broken bones?
Yeah.
Just the same leg over and over.
Yeah. I'm down to explain our system.
Yeah.
But people
Give it away to
people
secret?
don't know.
It really looks like you're fucking eating
Well,
shit
and
on the stairs.
I think like
It
yeah, it really does. And here's the thing, it's there.
That's where your shirt changes for
I change shirts mid-fall. Here's the thing, it's not like it isn't painful though. What I do. Some people have figured it out.
Really?
I've seen some comments being like, okay, I think what he's doing is this. A lot of people are like, oh, are you literally falling down the stairs? No.
We do commit to bits really hard about
I
that.
do commit. I would if I could. If I
We're
thought
scared
it
of
was,
stairs. We are.
I am scared of stairs.
Yeah,
Stairs are scary. Mundane things are actually the scariest things we interact with every day. You know that I'm like, when I'm in a car, I'm scared.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, statistically, this is where you're gonna die. And same with stairs. I'm like, stairs? Dude, gravity. Gravity's gonna get you. People are scared of sharks, bears, gravity. Falling is what's gonna get you. Heavy machinery, animals, like there's some things where it's like, hey, just keep your distance. Because people underestimate those things. Anyways, what I'm doing with the stairs is you're at the bottom of the stairs with the camera. And I hold on to the railing with one hand. It is an impressive feat, I will say. I'm not falling down the stairs, but I think it's impressive. I hold on to the railing with one hand, and then I truly just wiggle around like as much as I can. You'll be at the bottom of the stairs, but okay, go out. And so I'm just there, just like,
Yeah, and first you just take a bunch of photos. I was so proud of that, by the way. We were kind of organically like photos, and I was like, hold on to it and just keep laying.
Yeah.
And first I just take a bunch of pictures and hope that it looks good, and then I started just filming the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I would take screen grabs because that would make it look more like motion blur.
Yeah.
And so now I have videos of you going.
And as you can see, my foot the top is not even on the step. I am like, the step is right here. It's jamming into me. So in ways, it might have been less painful to just roll down the stairs. That does hurt. And we tried I tried a lot of different positions throughout the post.
Yeah, we wanted to change it up because I didn't want people to figure it out.
No.
I was like, we should try like sitting the other way or have your legs above you. Like, let me look at this one. This is so crazy. This is so crazy.
On my stomach, that one hurt. Trying to do it on my stomach was hard.
Yeah, I was like, okay, go. I mean, he's just wiggling around, especially when we started adding props.
Yes, because we see the books. We have the stuffed animal that looked like bones. That's
our favorite part.
Like, how can I top that? Like, once we did that, I was like, I need to find a new bit. This okay, so that one where I was on my stomach, you know, I wrapped a belt around my ankle.
We were getting experimental.
I wrapped a belt around my ankle and the friggin' railing, and so I was just held on.
Here's another one.
Yep. We screwed it.
I know. I was filming. It was
awesome. No, we do full practical.
Yeah, I love going practical.
And I think that's something that I am proud of. And it's not because I'm stupid and don't know how to do Photoshop. I love practical effects, and if you're seeing something on my Instagram, it's real.
I'm amazing at both, and I choose practical.
And I choose practical. I've opened up Photoshop and said, you know what, I've got this figured out. I don't need it. So added to the pressure.
But like, when will it ever be fun?
It is fun. When I have a good idea, it's fun. But it's hard for me. And I'm not someone, you know, that I am constantly, like, every week, there's a conversation where I go, I'm going to start taking more photos. I just need to get more in the zone of making that a habit. Because it is not in my instincts at all.
I mean, that's the crazy thing I think it's more common than not. Like, we never take pictures when we're hanging out with people. Like, we be hanging out with YouTubers that if they saw us together, they'd be like, what the heck? Didn't know that they were spending time together like this. Like, because I...
Here we go.
Been hit with a nasty car insurance quote? Compare and save today with Money Supermarket.
I forget to take pictures, and I think it's good to just want to be in the moment. Like, we have to travel, we do so many cool things, and we choose to be in the moment, which is a healthy thing that, like, why would you want to combat that? And it's a hard habit. And honestly, my phone eats before I do, and I love food very much. It's crazy that I do that. I don't need to do that.
You and several of the other casts are like healthy about it, right? Where it's not just like filming, like you're at a concert just filming because you're not thinking about it. You take photos because you're like, oh, you have the thought of, oh, I want to share this with people. But you're very good at like doing it and then enjoying it and being in the moment. I just think it's an instinct. I also think like I've mentioned to you, like I want to be better about taking photos of like you when we're out at places.
You an Instagram boyfriend?
I think it's like a new love language, right? Like, wouldn't you agree? Like, it's a thing of like, oh, I'm thinking of you and like getting photos of you in a place to like, so you have that, and especially like getting candids. Like, candid photos are the absolute best, right? And we're very lucky. I feel like at Smosh that Brennan is like the like epitome of getting some good ass candids.
That's true. I think that filming and taking pictures of people has been one of my oldest love languages. Like in our older social media, like, dude, my Snapchat story back when Snapchat was like a little safer than it is now.
Yeah.
Like, and because of the early Smosh days, we would just be at the Defy office with nothing to do. So we would just be running around, recording silly stuff. I want to see if I can find the videos that we recorded and put on my Snap story where it's like you sitting on the e-board on the ground.
You're just messing around. You're so bored some days.
We were required to come into the office at 9 a.m. and we were there till 6 p.m. And there was, if we weren't filming,
we didn't have anything to do, and that is so much harder for me than nowadays when we are working nonstop. Wow.
So this is the kind of stuff we were doing.
Yeah. This is as 2015 as it gets.
Yeah.
I would sit on these.
The e-board.
Because I busted my friggin' pinky toe on one at one point when I was standing on it.
Because they would malfunction and like start vibrating and short circuiting. This is the Defy office and all the press from other YouTube channels in there, and I'm just filming you and saying weird stuff and that was on my Snap story. That was.
This is literally my first month because my hair was still dark.
Yeah, you were dyeing your hair.
I was dyeing my hair still, and I think I like stopped.
I remember telling you to stop.
Were you the one who told me to stop?
I was like, I think it's good. Don't dye it.
I was like, okay. Me, this is when I owned, I had like 3 shirts that I just would wear in rotation, and I only had a pair of black jeans and those Palladium boots. And I think that's all I wore, like, ever.
You saying, I mean, when you're this.
Oh, when you are like Sims. Wow. And that's what we would do.
Yeah.
We would just vibe.
And the second part was that I'll just show it on here. Because the second part of this was I closed the door on you, and then I let you come out, and then you were like...
Oh, yeah.
I used to just, like, make edits of these guys, because I was always filming you guys in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Or all the places, like, just being silly and doing bits, and then I put it all together and make my own... I was making
Is it alright if we just ask you a couple of questions?
I beat you guys.
ways, because I know this gets thrown around a lot. Like, I really think you were the backbone of Smosh so many of those years, because they hired all of us. But I think out of all of us that were hired, and I would
No
say
further questions. Thanks
out
so
of so many people at Smosh, like, you are a, like, through and through, like, YouTuber, you know? And, like, you, like, on camera, it looked like we're all hanging out doing the same thing, but you were really, like, getting a lot of the content. You were editing a lot of things over the years. Like, you were thinking like a YouTuber and being that person behind the camera. And dare I throw this name out there, but, like, I think for the squad, you were kind of, and you may not like this, you were kind of like the David Dobrik, where, like, you're filming it, like, you're making the content. Like, we all were good at getting on camera and being silly on camera, but you were good at going, this is the video idea, and let's get the video, and let's film this, and
David Gerlberg.
David Gerlberg.
I will take that as a compliment, because there was better days, and, like, there was a good time, and I'm still a thumbnail of one of those David Dobrik videos, by the way.
Yeah. But there is a skill to it that I think, especially back then, right? All those technologies advanced where it's now so easy to make content because the technology is designed for making content. But back in 2015, 2016, it was still not quite as simple to just, like, pull out a phone and make a video. Kind of had some know-how about how to design it in a way, and you had that know-how more than the rest of us. Certainly more than me. I was never skilled at that stuff. I think I've gotten better, but it's not in my instincts quite the same way.
I'm gonna hit you back, because I might have been the film person, the person behind the camera, but you've always been the idea guy of Smosh. I put it in your accolades, which I didn't even say yet. Like, people don't realize how many ideas at Smosh were from you, whether it wasn't necessarily you seeing it through, but I feel like you genuinely are the idea guy of Smosh. So whenever you had an idea, I was there to film it and help capture it as best as possible. But, like, you brought hide and seek to Smosh. I feel like you've been someone who's, like, supported ideas that you really saw the potential in and are now some of the biggest parts of Smosh. And, you know, you also keep so many things going that started somewhere. Like, the podcast has become, like, something that you never saw yourself doing that. Like, you never saw yourself doing Reddit stories. But, like, I have to say, like, I think I might be the person behind the camera a lot of times, or, like, in that way, but you genuinely, I think you are.
Thank you. I think, obviously, there's, at this stage of Smosh, there's so many ideas.
Because, goddamn, we have like literally the Avengers of idea people at Smosh. It's amazing. But, like, I think you work in a very mysterious way sometimes. Like, you have such a great relationship with everybody at Smosh that when you guys are just talking, like, you're just spouting ideas all the time, and, like, sometimes they just happen, and, like, I think it's really cool that it's not like, because for me, I'm like, guys, I have an idea. Let's plan a meeting where I talk about this idea. But I feel like you really, like, on a daily basis are such a creative person. And I think that's also why social media can be hard for you, because you give, and we both struggle with this, we give so much of our creative energy to Smosh because we're here full time. It's where we prioritize our time. And, like, so yeah, of course we might be tired by the time we get home. Like, you and I both relaunched our YouTube channels last year.
Yeah.
You did more videos than I did. And you did a video about perfection and struggling with perfectionism. And, like, I think it's awesome that you took a crack at that. Because, like, you didn't start as a YouTuber. You were an actor who has done a ton of acting, and you still are. But, like, I thought it was really cool. You're like, no, I want to, like, what was it? It was like, you're like, I want to do the thing. I want to film and edit and post a video myself. And you did it. You've done it all.
I really wanted, that was something that was eating at me for years, like, since I started at Smosh. And so I was like, I need to make a YouTube video and post it, just so that I'm like, I can no longer tell myself that I can make a YouTube video on a technical scale, because I think the technical is where I'm really insecure. But honestly, after making the perfectionist video, because I was doing, like, a perfection, I think I really care about it. I think we're really seeing it now. There's such a difference between holding someone's attention and entertaining them. And I think a lot of people are really good at holding people's attention. But I'm like, I'm not going to make a video just to hold someone's attention. I'm like, I really want to have an intention of entertaining a person. Like, what is the purpose of this? You
yeah,
know?
and you ideally it's entertaining and fun for you.
Absolutely.
And to you. So yeah.
But I'm not going to just make a video just to make a video. Like, I want it to really be fun. And I want to be like, yes, this is what this video is and what it's for. And I care about that, you know? I think ultimately, yeah, there's no pressure on it too. Like, it's not my job. That would be a hobby.
Yeah.
Whenever I make a YouTube video, that's going to be just me messing around. But I still care about it in like a sense of.
And you're also a responsible human being. You wanna put out something that affects the world positively.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know that about you.
And especially because because if I were to make a video on my own, it's like, well, what can I do besides like hang out and talk by myself, which is so alien to me compared to what we do here, where I don't have people to bounce off of, which is where almost all of my comedy comes from, right?
Agreed.
Working with other people. But I'm also like, okay, if I'm going to post a video, it's like, is it more video essay like, where I'm talking about something that I'm passionate about? But then I'm like, oh man, I never want to say something that, especially if I'm planning it out and like really like entrenching my feet in it. I'm like, this is something I believe in, you know, because with so many shows like Smosh Mouth and Reddit Stories, we're talking, but it's kind of fresh reactions.
Yeah, it's
and
impulsive almost, like.
Yeah, and you know that I'm someone who I'm constantly doubting myself. I'm constantly changing my views on things. But if I were to post a video like that, I'm like, oh, I'm really making like a statement about something, and I care about that.
I think it's good that you care about that, but even then, like, I think we are in a world where it's like even if you are a perfect content creator, some people just want to see you fail and will find something wrong, or you can't. I know that I'm gonna have different opinions years from now of things I've said, but I also like with just talking to the camera. I am so bored when I'm editing videos of myself just talking to the camera. I've done videos that I'm like very proud of, where I talked about like how I used to have horrible cystic acne and being on camera at Smosh and what that was like for me to get through. And I was so bored with the edit. I was like, I need to go find like old Smosh sketch footage to like put over of like what I'm referring to and just make it because because I love vlogging and like that's why Smosh second channel at the time and all those vlogs that we've done are way more interesting to me because you're moving around, stuff's happening.
Yeah.
So it's like that's also part of the show. It's not always fun.
It's hard, man. I have so much respect for YouTubers who do it on their own, like, and are by themselves making the stuff. Like, I'm absolutely captivated by people like Drew Gooden and Jenny Nicholson. I'm just like, man, that's impressive as hell to me.
Is there any clips or social media or videos that you don't send me?
I don't even think I send clips to people that much.
Really?
What do you mean, like clips, like
send me funny videos?
Oh, funny videos? Oh, I mean, I think Spencer and I send each other. Spencer's kind of the king of sending. He's got a forum with everybody going.
He's a dealer.
He's sending me all sorts of stuff because I don't go on Twitter anymore, but he'll send me funny tweets, and that's what I miss the most, right? Because I love Twitter was my jam. That's the only one that I actually like enjoyed because some of the funniest tweets of all time. Just singular absurd jokes, and I miss that. And so Spencer sometimes gives me the good shit that still manages to make it on there.
You popped off on Twitter quite a bit.
Oh, I love Twitter. Spencer popped off even more. Spencer's good at it.
He was like, I think he was like after you. It felt like you. Not saying you guys even had any connection, and that it was just the timing of your heyday was before his heyday.
I just used it a lot, and I loved. Like, I was always trying to kind of not imitate, but I was drawing inspiration from all the dumb accounts that I followed that were just posting silly 1 to 2 line jokes. I loved it.
Shall we take a look at the silly tweet of Shane Talk?
Oh God.
Good evening to only dumbasses.
Yeah. See, I love just.
Boss, you're right. It's about time we brought the sauce back. Let's do this.